The narcissist's painful regret when they lose you forever. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Narcissist Exposed channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest content. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that many of you have asked about, one that's both complex and incredibly emotional. The narcissist's painful regret when they lose you forever. Now, relationships with narcissists can be some of the most draining, confusing, and heartbreaking experiences one can go through. Narcissists have a way of drawing you in, making you feel special, and then, over time, chipping away at your self-esteem until you're left questioning your own worth. It's a roller coaster of emotions, with highs that feel euphoric and lows that feel utterly devastating. But what happens when you finally break free from their grasp? What goes on in the mind of a narcissist when they realize they'd lost you for good? Do they even feel regret? And if so, how deep does that regret really go? Let's get into it. When you first meet a narcissist, it's easy to get swept up in their charm. They know exactly what to say and do to make you feel like you're the most important person in the world. This is a tactic called love bombing, where they shower you with attention, affection, and grand gestures. It feels amazing, like you found your soulmate. But this phase doesn't last long. Slowly, the mask begins to slip, and the true nature of the narcissist starts to reveal itself. The compliments turn into criticisms, the affection becomes conditional, and the love that once felt so pure starts to feel like a manipulation tool. Over time, the narcissist's behavior becomes increasingly toxic. They gaslight you, making you doubt your reality. They manipulate situations to make themselves look like the victim. They might even isolate you from friends and family, ensuring that they're your only source of validation. It's a gradual process, and by the time you realize what's happening, you're often so deeply enmeshed in their web that leaving feels almost impossible. But one day, something changes. Maybe it's a small moment of clarity, a realization that you deserve better. Or perhaps it's a big event that finally opens your eyes to the toxicity of the relationship. Whatever it is, you decide to walk away. And when you do, it's like a fog lifts, and you start to see the relationship for what it truly was, a one-sided affair where your needs and feelings were secondary to the narcissist's ego. For the narcissist, this is a massive blow. Not because they love you or care about you in the way a healthy person would, but because losing you means losing their source of narcissistic supply. You were the person who validated them, who made them feel important, and who fed their ego. Without you, they're forced to confront a reality where they're not as perfect or as powerful as they'd like to believe. At first, they might not even realize what they've lost. Narcissists are incredibly skilled at rationalizing their actions and shifting blame onto others. They might convince themselves that you're the problem, that you're overreacting, or that you'll come crawling back to them. But as time goes on, and the reality of your absence sets in, they start to feel the weight of what they've done. Regret for a narcissist is different from the regret most people feel. It's not a deep, soul-searching remorse for the pain they've caused you. Instead, it's more about the inconvenience your absence brings to their life. They regret losing their control over you. They regret not having someone to prop up their fragile self-esteem. They regret losing the power they had over your emotions. But as the days turn into weeks, and the weeks into months, the regret deepens. They start to miss the way you made them feel. Special, adored, invincible. They miss the way you looked at them, the way you praised them, and the way you put their needs above your own. They realize that finding someone else who will give them that same level of admiration isn't as easy as they thought. This is when the regret becomes painful. Narcissists aren't capable of true self-reflection or personal growth, but they do feel a sting of loss. They feel it in their ego, in their pride, and in the realization that they're not as irresistible as they once believed. They might try to reach out to you, using all the old tactics, apologies, promises of change, grand gestures, to lure you back in. But if you've truly moved on, if you've built up your self-worth and realized that you deserve so much more, then those attempts will fall flat. And that's when the narcissist feels the most profound regret. They regret underestimating you. They regret thinking that you'd always be there, waiting for them to come around. They regret pushing you away to the point of no return. But this regret isn't about love or loss in the way most people experience it. It's about their wounded pride and their inability to control the narrative. In their mind, you were supposed to be a constant in their life, a source of adoration that they could tap into whenever they needed a boost. Losing you means losing that certainty, that validation. It forces them to confront the fact that they're not as omnipotent as they believe. And that's a painful realization for anyone, but especially for a narcissist. Now, some people might feel a sense of satisfaction in knowing that the narcissist regrets losing them. It's natural to want validation after enduring so much emotional turmoil. But the truth is, their regret isn't the kind of regret that leads to change. Narcissists rarely, if ever, change. They might feel a sting of loss, but they're more likely to blame you or the circumstances than to take any real accountability for their actions. So, what should you do with this knowledge? The best thing you can do is to keep moving forward. The narcissist's regret is their burden to bear, not yours. Focus on your healing, on rebuilding your life, and on finding relationships that are based on mutual respect, love, and kindness. You deserve someone who sees your worth from the start, not someone who only realizes it when it's too late. It's also important to protect yourself from any future attempts by the narcissist to re-enter your life. They might try to guilt you, manipulate you, or play on your emotions to draw you back in. But remember, their regret isn't about you. It's about them. It's about their loss of control, their bruised ego, and their inability to find another source of validation as good as you. By staying strong and keeping your boundaries firm, you ensure that they can't hurt you again. And in doing so, you reclaim your power, the very thing they tried so hard to take from you. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of this amazing community. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might need to hear this message. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, you are worthy of love and respect, just as you are.